Well, hi there. So, as you can see, I broke my foot about 2 weeks ago. So the pain has gone down, but I've still got another 4 weeks to go with no weight bearing. So I discovered this amazing iWalk 3.0 with an amazing big foot, and it's got a Vibram sole on it, so it's kind of grippy. So this has been a lifesaver in my 3-story townhouse. Lots of twisty stairs. Pretty much anything I want to do, I got to do the stairs. So this has been great. So anyways, I'm ready to start exercising. I just finished a 15-minute row downstairs without the iWalk, so just not using any legs, just pulling and extending through my back. So that felt really good, did over 2 kilometers. So now I'm ready to do some strength training. And I want to share with you a few basic exercises that you can do with the iWalk because of the great technology. So we're going to start, obviously I've warmed up, as I said, with the rower. So I'm going to do just 5 different exercises, I think. 5, yeah. Starting with the push-ups. Can we do push-ups from the toes? Yes, you can with this iWalk. Now with the iWalk, just be aware that you still can tip very easily, so you've got to really be focused at all times when you're wearing it, I've discovered. And going backwards down the stairs is nausea-inducing for me because I've got a little bit of a fear of heights. So anyways, I'm coping. But I'm really excited that I can do some exercises. So I'm going to start with a push-up. So I'm going to go back as if I'm going onto the balls of my feet with that iWalk, and then hinge forward. That's a little too far. Abs on nice and strong, and here come the push-ups. So basically doing the exact same technique. Feels so good. All right, 10 of those feels really good. Next, I'm going to go and do a little hinge movement. Can I pick up weights from the floor? Yes, I can. Again, nice deep hinge, soft knee, brace the core to lift. Find my stance here for deadlifts. Now, I can't have the weights right in front of me, so I'm going to use a neutral grip. Set my core, chin in, and just hinge. So just like as if I had both feet on the ground, I'm trying to think about using my right hip as much as possible because it's definitely not been doing much. So it looks like this with the iWalk side. And always taking a second to make sure I've got good balance. Hinge and up. Give it a good little squeeze at the top. Let's give it one more. Okay, now with these weights, I'm going to stay in this position, hinge, and row. Keeping the chin in, moving my shoulders away from my ears, and keeping my core strong as I pull back. Good job. Now some isolation. Yes, I'm telling myself, good job. Some isolation for this right hip that hasn't been doing very much. So how I get down, I've got to use a bit of an elevated surface, so thankfully I've got my handy dandy side table and piano bench to lower down, spin around, coming basically into a tabletop position, shoulders right over my wrists, knee under the hip, lock in, got a little squeeze here, tucking my tail just slightly without taking my low back out of neutral, and just extend. Now I really don't have to work my right hip much because trust me, going up and down the stairs is all right hip. So this is where I'm going to isolate and try to get my left hip working, my glutes. So I'm thinking about lengthening more than lifting, so really squeeze the glutes without arching the low back out to neutral. Good. From there, I'm going to do side lifts. You can see these. Now this could be done on my elbows as well if my wrists were giving out. And then I'm going to cross behind, little taps. without shifting my left hip. So that's actually 3 hip exercises, but I'm going to call it 1 because we'll just call it the hip complex because it was all for that injured leg hip. So gotta get myself nice and close to my elevated surfaces here, and then I can scooch up. 1 more exercise to go. All right, we're gonna do some rotation. What? Yes. So I'm gonna grab one weight. Now, to be honest, it's funny, but the easier one is on this rotation with really good balance here. So nice and tall, we're gonna rotate and press. 2. Keep my chin in, the crown of my head up high. Always thinking about repositioning into great posture. I'm rotating from my femur bone. 1 more. Okay, now this one I have to tell you, I really do have to have something to hold on to. Just something high that doesn't make me lean. So as I rotate onto the ball of my right foot, I've got a little bit of something to grab onto just so I don't tip. You can see this side's a lot more challenging to keep my balance, but I'm still trying to get that femur moving in. Lots of core. 10, there we go. And guess what? I'm just gonna repeat that 2 or 3 times, and that's just a quick little workout with the iWalk 3.0. Where can you get them? Well, I purchased mine at the iCure pharmacy downtown in Calgary. But if you go to iWalk.ca, you'll find a list of retailers. It's iWalk.com or iWalk.ca. All right, anyways, hope this helped you. And if you get injured, don't let it get you down. There's ways to work around it.